You get to the bowl, you've pulled the highlight, and you're like, that's not fucking right.
Shit can go so crazy so fast, so let's talk about it. I thought all of this was her natural color. If you look up there, it looks like it should have been all her natural color. Till I popped open that foil and looky-loo what we had in there. So I said, hey girl, did your previous stylist give you a shadow root? And she said, no, not that I know of. Not that I know of. I think stylists need to be a little bit more transparent with their clients as far as what services they're performing, what chemicals they're putting on their head, what colors they're putting on their head. Because how many times have you as a stylist asked a client for a hair history and they don't know their full hair history? They say, I don't know the process, I don't know the chemical, I don't know what she used, but here's a photo, this is what color it was. Well, that's all great and everything, and you think you know what's going on as a stylist until you open up your foil and you have something like this. So being transparent with your clients as to what service you're providing, whether they give a fuck or not, you should tell them anyway, like, hey, this is what I did on you today for budget purposes, for future purposes. If they move away and they need to go to somebody else, they know their hair history. I know we don't love to give out formulas, but I do think that the client has a right to know what is happening on their head. I also think that the relationship between a client and a stylist is very compromising. When something like this happens, it's not my fault and it's not her fault. It's just something that happened, and now we have to pivot together. We have to come up with a plan to figure out what we want to do from here, because she can no longer have what she originally wanted. And I don't think that stylists should feel like a failure if they have to tell their client, hey, you can't have what you originally wanted. We have to pivot and come up with a new game plan. I don't think they should be scared to tell their clients that. And I really don't think that any of us should be scared that our client's going to go home and make some crazy fucking TikTok video about it because we told them what was happening. But 9 times out of 10, the client is going to blame us for this when this is something that pre-existed in their hair in the first place. Obviously not my client because she's a fucking doll, but these things happen to us more often than not. And I think by being more transparent, explaining the chemicals, the whole science of everything behind this to your client and where you can go from here and where you might be able to go in the future is going to benefit you in the long run. So I just wanted to put that out there. This girl's video, if you haven't watched all of them, go watch them. She's very well spoken. But I just wanted to add this little 2 cents in there because a lot of times this is not our fault. And sometimes it's not even the client's fault. Things just happen and people have to be ready to pivot, and they have to be rude. They have to be ready to go for something a little different.